Vegas Summer League tipping off Thursday night. Number 1 overall pick Cooper Flagg making his Summer League debut, facing Bronny James and the Lakers. Average ticket price to watch this game, $200. Cost you a nice little ticket there. In his debut, Flagg had a couple splashy plays, a steal and a dunk, a few nice jumpers, but overall struggled from the field, finishing 5 of 21, including 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Flagg finished with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals in 32 minutes. Stuffing the stat sheet, but he scored all 10 of his points in the first half. And for more, welcome in CBS Sports HQ NBA analyst John Gonzalez. John, I went through the numbers there. He struggled from the field. How did Cooper Flagg look to you in his debut?
You know, he's 18 years old, and it looked like it was his first professional basketball game. He was all over the place. I think on the positive side, you had mentioned, you know, he was 5 for 21. He was aggressive. He was assertive. You want him to take those shots. You don't want him to look afraid. I didn't think he did. He influenced the game. What the worst possible thing you could say about somebody of his stature, the second youngest number 1 overall pick ever behind just LeBron James, would be that you didn't notice him out there. Well, you noticed Cooper Flagg out there. Wasn't always good, but there were a lot of things that I thought he did well, aside from, you know, he put up the shots, didn't make them. We'll see whether or not they fall. But I thought his early defense was really good, led to a fast break dunk. He had some nice hit-ahead passes. He looked comfortable in transition. He looked comfortable with the ball in his hands. He had, 3 steals and a block at the rim. So he was really active, Akeem. And I think that's like the number 1 starting point, right? That's your entry point. Was he out there looking like he could belong in the NBA? And the answer is yes.
So I'm going to ask this question, and I know the answer, and this is usually not a good question to ask as an interviewer. Are you concerned that he scored no points in the second half after having 10 in the first half?
No. It's the Summer League. It's the second half.
There you go.
Again,
that's always the answer, though, right? If there's any sort of situation, are you concerned about this player? No, I'm not. It's the Summer League. It's always the answer is just plug it in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, you know what's great about Summer League, Akeem, is that if for whatever team you're rooting for, right, whatever players that you're paying attention to, if they play well, you go, man, that kid might have it. And if they don't play well, you go, nah, it's just the Summer League. Don't worry about it.
That's exactly what it is. You're like, oh, look at Naquan Tomlin for the Cavaliers. He might have a roster spot. Yep. He pours in 30. There was a notable moment in the second quarter when Bronny was playing defense on Cooper. Bronny got called for a foul. He couldn't believe it. It was like he was looking like LeBron getting called on a foul there. Bronny James, drafted 55th overall last year. He was 2 of 8 for 8 points, which is where you would kind of expect him to finish here in a game. Had a chance to win it at the end with a 3. How do you evaluate Bronny James?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, right? On the one hand, you know, he didn't exactly jump off the stat sheet offensively. On the other hand, I think that, like, in this Summer League so far, and that includes the California Classic and the run-up to the Las Vegas Summer League, I think he's looked more comfortable. Last year, I thought it was deer in the headlights situation where anytime he'd come off a ball screen, it looked like that he could pull, or any other NBA player would pull from deep, and he wouldn't. He'd pass up a shot. Tonight, he came off a ball screen, rose and fired right away, and he actually drained one. Misses the shot at the end of the game. Okay, that's not great. So at least he's looking more comfortable. Now, there's some problems here that you can't just paper over, right? He's 6'2", and he projects as 3 and D if he's going to make it in the league. Well, the 3, the shot really doesn't fall all that consistently. And then defensively, he's a smaller guard, and he gets hunted. I mean, you saw tonight, Ryan Nembhard, the brother of Andrew Nembhard from the Pacers, went at him and cooked him one-on-one on a crossover early. I just thought, like, that's not great if Bronny's whole calling card is supposed to be defense. And he even said it earlier a couple days ago. He said, if I'm going to stick in the league, I've got to be a really good defensive player. So when you're 6'2" and guys are going right at you, you have to be better than that, and you have to be consistently better than that. And as you mentioned, Cooper Flagg, there was one part there where Cooper Flagg was posting up on him. Bronny was playing pretty good defense, and he got called for that foul. And then they matched up again, and Cooper Flagg went, oh, wait a minute, I'm considerably taller than Bronny James. I'm just going to rise and fire over him, and he did. So it's something to be concerned about, because unless this kid hits a growth spurt out of nowhere, it's going to be uphill sledding for him.
What's your outlook now for Cooper Flagg the rest of this Vegas Summer League?
To do exactly what he did today, only make some of those shots. I mean, I would just want to see him be hyperactive, right? One of the things that you want from your, like, not just your number 1 overall pick, but any really high lottery draft pick, is to be assertive, right? You don't want somebody to just be, you know, in the shadows, being, deferential to other players, not looking like they want to be the main guy, the alpha player on the team. He definitely looked like that today. Again, the shot could have been better. He even said it afterwards, where it wasn't, his typical game in terms of scoring the ball. I expect that to come. For me, it was kind of just one of those situations where you go, oh, he took 21 shots. I don't even care how many he makes. So just more of that. I want to see him be out there and be the main guy on the Mavs all summer long, because once the regular season rolls around, Akeem, he's going to have to play heavy minutes for the Mavericks alongside Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, as they're waiting to get Kyrie back, because they have designs on making the postseason.
It'll be 1 versus 2 on Saturday. The Spurs expect to have Dylan Harper making his Summer League debut when he will face Cooper Flagg and the Mavs. All right, John, what's another performance that caught your eye on Thursday night in the Vegas Summer League?
Yeah, Nikola Topic, he's been looking really good for Oklahoma City. He looked good in the Utah Summer League, and then he looked good today. I thought he was everywhere in this game. Same thing we were talking about with Cooper Flagg. You just want these kids, if they're going to project to be something in the NBA, to be active in Summer League. You want to notice them. I noticed him today. He was scoring. He was passing the ball well. He was running on the break. He was firing away from three. I thought he looked really good. And this is a kid, by the way, Hakeem, who did not play at all last year due to injury. He sat out the entire season. He hadn't even played 5-on-5 basketball until he got to Utah. Basically, it just took an entire year off of basketball. He was a lottery pick a year ago. They were really high on him, and now you're starting to see why. So now he might not play a ton this season when he gets to the regular season. It's sort of similar to what happened with Reed Sheppard last year, where I thought Reed Sheppard looked really good in Summer League, but then there just weren't minutes to go around. He's going to be added on to the defending champion, NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's a tough lineup to crack. But you can see why Sam Presti was high on this kid, and why it's just like another player that they add in, where they go, okay, as we're phasing some of these other guys out, because we had to pay our big three and Chet Holmgren and SGA and Jalen Williams, we're going to need cheap, cost-controlled players. Well, he could be one of them.
Summer League circuit offers young players a chance to secure roster spots, much like Topic here with the OKC Thunder. John, who's the team we need to pay attention to in the Vegas Summer League?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Pelicans, but not probably for positive reasons. So what happened with the Pelicans is they draft Jeremiah Fears. Okay, fine. He looked okay today. And then they also drafted Derek Queen. He went for a double-double, not very efficient, had an outrageous number of turnovers, but he's a center. They traded up to get a center from 23 to 13 who doesn't space the floor. I don't understand how he fits with Zion. I don't understand how he fits with Yves Missi. Joe Dumars, the new general manager, has been out of the game for a while. He came in and said, I wanted to be aggressive. But in order to do that, in order to get Derek Queen, he gave up next year's unprotected first-round pick, which is going to be the better of either the Pelicans pick or the Bucks pick, both of which forecast to be very high lottery picks, potentially super tasty. You wouldn't want to get rid of them. And so for that to pay off, Derek Queen has to be a really good player right away. It's not the kid's fault. I think he could have a good career in the NBA, but if he's just good, if he's just a rotation player, that's going to look really bad in retrospect. He has to project now to all-star level because of what Joe Dumars did to get him. So I got all eyes on the Pelicans because they're in a loaded Western Conference. They need all the help they can get. And unfortunately for Fears and also for Derek Queen, that means that they're going to have to play and be good sooner rather than later.
John Gonzalez here with us on CBS Sports HQ. John, always appreciate the conversation. And here's a look at Friday's Vegas Summer League schedule, highlighted by the 4th pick against the 5th pick. Cooper Flagg's Duke teammate Con Knippel set to make his Summer League debut facing Ace Bailey and the Jazz. We saw Bailey throw down some dunks in Salt Lake City Friday. We'll see him in Las Vegas. This year's 2nd overall pick, Dylan Harper, did not play on Thursday night. Neither did the 3rd overall pick, VJ Edgecombe. Harper is expected to make his Summer League debut on Saturday against Cooper Flagg and the Mavs. Edgecombe, who scored 28 points in his Salt Lake City Summer League debut, has been diagnosed with a left thumb sprain. He'll be re-evaluated on Saturday.